addiction is all pervasive. Addiction exists in all walks and all levels of society. I think that is definitely reflected in the kinds of clients that we see coming through the door, that we can't predict who is going to have an addiction problem. And very often addictions tend to just kind of emerge from the narrative of the therapy, that you can be sitting there having established a really good relationship with the client, and then all of a sudden in session 6 or session 7 it transpires that this person has an addiction problem. So what this course will do is it will help you to recognise that, give you some of the telltale signs, and then also what you can do about it. This course will help you to look at your own life and perhaps identify aspects of your own life which have some addictive tendencies to them, because addiction is a spectrum. And for example, let's say some people like to play games on their phones. Some people might play those games quite obsessively and not realise that that is happening. And it's a very subtle thing that suddenly you realise you're losing a lot of hours in a day to playing a game on your phone. Very often we don't notice that it's happening until it starts to become a problem. And that really is one of the key essences of addiction. So this training will help you to look at that within yourself. The emphasis is on you. What's your experience? Because addiction is a spectrum and everybody has some addictive tendencies in their lives. So I'm going to be encouraging you to make personal identification with the things that we're going to be covering in the course. Nobody, I think, who starts out drinking, for example, and who ends up as an alcoholic, no one in that category wakes up one day and says, I'm going to drink myself into alcoholism. It tends not to happen. Most people, it happens very, very subtly, and then they wake up one day and they think, goodness me, I've got a real problem with alcohol. How did I get here? Because we all live in a society in which addiction typically is seen as a weakness, then I'm guessing that if you just have a little look under the hood of your own beliefs, that you may have some prejudices there. The relationship is the most important thing in counselling. And actually the better that we understand ourselves and the better that we understand the way that we react to people and the way that we react to situations, then we have far more choice in the counselling room when we're sitting with our clients. I've heard it said by quite a number of counsellors that, oh, I don't deal with addiction, as if it's a separate thing, a separate problem that requires very, very specialist knowledge. What I hope you'll take from this course is actually that people with addiction problems are people just like you. And you can use all of the skills that you've already developed to help those people very effectively and to build very empathic, warm, close, helpful, therapeutic and effective therapeutic relationships with those people.